Hi, my friends. Welcome to Deep Six, the Deep State. One of the reasons we have so much fraud in American elections, so many illegitimate votes being cast, is because we invite the fraud, because states have not cleansed their voter rolls of dead people or of people who've moved away. A recent study done by Derek Murdoch, no relation to Rupert, from Fox News and also editor online of National Review, shows that 3.5 million more people are registered to vote in certain counties than the adult population of those counties. Just incredible. And they're concentrated in many swing states. For example, in Colorado, you have 159,373 more registered voters than there are adults. In Florida, you have 100,000 more. Iowa, 31,000 more. Michigan, almost 250,000 more. New Hampshire, 8,000 more. North Carolina, 189,000 more. And Virginia, 89,000 more. And by the way, that compares favorably with the margin of victory of both Hillary and Trump in some of those swing states. Hillary carried New Hampshire and Colorado by less than the total number of ghost voters, people who were on the rolls in excess of the number of adults in that county. And likewise, Trump carried Michigan and North Carolina by margins that were less than the total number of ghost voters. So it could really be affecting our political system. And given the opportunity for fraud presented by the absence of voter ID, photo ID, this is an invitation to fraud in elections. If there were photo ID, it wouldn't be a problem. You can't have a photo of a dead person easily. And if you've moved away, it's complicated to get that photo. But as long as there's no photo ID, anyone can walk in and say, "Hi, my name is Dick Morris." And they look it up and they say, "Yeah, you're registered to vote here, go ahead." Even if the real Dick Morris has long since moved away or died. So there really is an opportunity for fraud here. The reason there's this opportunity is that the courts have been very slow to allow the states to clean their voting records. They say, for example, that if you were to send a postcard to all voters and say you have to return this postcard in order to be able to vote, that has a chilling effect on the franchise, and that it could intimidate voters from voting. And they've often thrown out laws that require that stuff, that require aggressive efforts to verify that the voter still is alive and still lives there. But Congress, the courts, and the states need to take action to get rid of this phenomenon of ghost voters, which doesn't belong in a democracy. Maybe in Mayor Daley's Chicago, but not today and not in the rest of the country. First, Congress should require that states cleanse their voting rolls every year and should set out procedures for doing so. Secondly, the courts should understand that when you cleanse the roll of these ghost voters, it's not that so much that you're intimidating other people from voting, but that you're preventing these ghost voters from, in effect, stealing the franchise from real people by diluting their votes. And states should act quickly to cleanse their voter rolls and to adopt procedures that the courts will okay to do it. And by the way, in yesterday's Deep Six video, I spoke about a very important situation where Obama still really controls the Justice Department. When you look at Sessions and you say, what's he doing, or what's Justice doing, you got to realize that the basic bureaus that control the Justice Department, the Criminal Division, the Civil Rights Division, the Environmental Division, the Fraud Division, those are all controlled either by a political Obama holdovers or by civil servants who were elevated to that position under Obama, because the Trump nominees have not been voted on for Senate confirmation. In most cases, they've been approved by committee, but they're waiting for floor action. The Democrats wanted to hold these up by threatening to filibuster them, but the new rules adopted by Harry Reid, thank you, make a filibuster impossible. 50 votes is enough to confirm, 51 votes. But the Democrats have used delaying tactics to stop them from being brought up to the floor. And that's why it doesn't seem like we voted Republican when we look at the shenanigans at the Attorney General's office and the Department of Justice and the FBI. So please sign the petition annexed to this video to demand that your senators act to confirm these nominations, or go to dickmorris.com to do so. This video is sponsored by, as they all are, by the Patriot Gold Group. I don't know if you followed, but because of the reimposition of sanctions on Iran, and because of the total chaos in Venezuela, total disastrous chaos, it looks like it will be a time for a big increase in oil prices, and that's going to have an impact on inflation throughout the country. So a lot of people are going to figure that that may be the best time to buy gold, normally a hedge against inflation. So I would urge you to consider the possibility of buying gold to protect your retirement savings. Call the Patriot Gold Group at the number on the screen, or go to patriotgoldgroup.com. Thanks for watching. See you all on Monday.